Okay, girls. So let's see here. Our topic for today is going to be Unit 10, page 66, language practice. All right. So, did you have a chance to do your homework? Online practice, Unit 10, Grammar 1? Yes or no? Okay, very good. Excellent. So now let's take a look at the language practice from Unit 10. All right. Let's open it up here. So can you see the page, girls? Yes? Okay, I will just zoom in so you can see better. All right. Let me just minimize the sound here. Okay. So our language practice today, guys, will focus on past modals of deduction or deductions in the past. Okay. So let's see the first one. When it's uncertain, when we are not 100% sure, we have some doubts, okay? So let's see the possibilities here. I will highlight. When something is uncertain, right, to have happened, we usually use may or might. These are the uncertain modal verbs, okay? So let me highlight them here too. May, might, and could. All right? So when we use these modals, we are saying that we are not sure. Okay? We are uncertain. Examples. Aliens may have built the pyramids. They might have used boats. It could have been a hoax. As you noticed, we are talking about the past. We are making deductions about something in the past. So here, after the modal verbs, we have to use the second part, which is the auxiliary have and the past participle. So just a second, people. Let me highlight that for you. Here we have. Okay, so all of them will have the auxiliary have, all right? After that, we are going to use the main verb in the past participle. So I'm going to put that in blue. So to make deductions in the past, we know that we need to use three parts. The modal verb, normally, okay? The auxiliary have, and the verb in the past participle, all right? Here, as the deduction is not something for sure, I'm not really sure about it, it's uncertain, then I can use may, might, or could, all right? Another example we have down there, here. I can use in the negative too, no problem, right? We just have to use the word not with the modal verb. It might not, and then the same thing, right? So in the negative, the examples become like this. The lights may not have been UFOs. So we are talking about something that may not have been possible in the past. I'm not so sure, so I'm just kind of guessing, okay? I think the lights may not have been UFOs. Maybe they were a balloon or an airplane, right? I don't know. So they may not have been. When I don't believe and I'm not so sure, I can use the modal verbs with the word not to make the negatives. All right. After that, we use auxiliary, have, okay, just like here. And then to finish, we have to put the verb in the past participle. So here we go. All right. So this is when I am uncertain about the past. Now let's see examples when I am certain, like I am sure, okay, about something. So here I am really sure. What are the modal verbs? We use couldn't or must, okay? Only two modal verbs will give me that idea of something I'm absolutely sure, right? And then after that, what do I have to use? The same auxiliary. Look, have and have. Okay? After that, what do I need to use? The main verb in the past participle. So let's color that here the same. Okay? So let's see the examples in the affirmative form or negative using couldn't. Let's say people couldn't have built them. So I don't believe that people built the pyramids. Okay? In my opinion, suppose, right? In my opinion, aliens built the pyramids. So I don't believe people built them. Another way to say that is people couldn't have built them. Or it must have been someone really smart. It must have been someone really smart. So this is something I'm sure about, okay? Now, when I want to say the negative using the modal verb must, I just put the word not together with the modal, okay? So let's highlight that. Must, and then I just use not. So I must not have seen it clearly in the dark. So for sure, I didn't see it clearly. Okay, and here we have again the auxiliary have. Oh, sorry, guys. The auxiliary is in green. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, here the auxiliary have and the verb in the past participle. So, okay. So this one here, I'm so sure about it. I'm 100% sure. I must not have seen it clearly. For sure, it was too dark. I couldn't see. So I must not have seen something clearly in the dark. All right, people. Let's take a look at a video to explain better, right, the idea of deduction in the past when we are not sure and deduction in the past when we are sure, certain. Okay, let's take a look there. Just a moment. So let's watch this. Okay.
Used for deduction, which means using evidence and information to make a guess whether something is true or not. In my previous video, I talked about deductions about the present, and this video focuses on deductions about the past. How was your date? He stood me up. He never got there and he never called me. Oh no, you must have been disappointed. We use must have plus past participle when we are sure about what happened. Look, the street is wet. It must have been raining. I can't find my keys. I must have left them on the table. I always do that. Katie must have been incredibly happy when she got the job. That's her dream job. What do you think happened? He couldn't have just forgotten forgotten about you. I've no idea. He hasn't called me until now. We use couldn't have or can't have plus past participle when we are sure that something did not happen.
Amy can't have left. Her coat is still here. It couldn't have been Bob you saw at the party. He's definitely not a party person. He couldn't have earned a single penny during lockdown. His shop was closed.
So here they want us to answer that to complete with can't have, couldn't have, or must have.
Do you think that the exercises I include in my videos are not enough?
Good news!
Do you think
All right, let's take a look at this example here, okay? First, before we go, let me just try to pause here. Yes, I think I managed to pause the video. So here she says, Jimmy looks so tired. He studied until late last night. So I'm making a deduction here. If he looks so tired, then he must have studied until late last night, right? Probably I know Jimmy. I know he studies until late. That's a habit he has. I can say that. I can say with a degree of certainty. So that's why I use he must have, okay? Look. All right? Okay, girls.
Do you think that the exercises I include in my videos are not enough?
Good news!
I've just launched an Etsy shop where you can find grammar and vocabulary exercises. Check it out, link is in description. And now, back to the video. He might have lost his phone, you know? Yeah, I guess it could have happened, but why didn't he come? He may have forgotten your address, and without his phone, he wasn't able to call you. We use could have, might have, or may have plus past participle when we think it's possible that something happened, but we're not entirely sure.
Bob and Mary are still not here. They might have forgotten about this meeting. Where's Amy? I don't know. She may have left. I'm not sure. Where did you get that from? Oh, it could have been John. It could have been Eric. I don't really know.
Let's move on to the exercise.
So here, guys, in the exercise, they want us to match the sentence halves. So here we have one half. They must have left. Which part here do you think matches this sentence here, this first half? Yes, exactly. Yeah. So maybe they might have gone shopping. Okay, let's see the next one. You couldn't have seen them yesterday. Excuse me. Uh-huh. Could be number 4. Yeah, because they are on holidays. So they are not here, right? Someone called me yesterday. It could have been my boss. Okay, good. Very nice. Where did they go? They, oh, this one here is better in number 5. So they might have gone shopping. Okay, so letter D matches number 5 better. And finally, letter E. Amy hates bats. She couldn't have bought one. All right. And what about letter A? Which one that then matches letter A? Because letter D goes to number 5. And what about letter A? They must have left because their car is not here. Okay, that's a good one. All right. So letter A goes with number 2. Letter B goes with letter number 4. Letter C goes with number 1. Letter D, number 5. And letter E, number 3. All right. So let's check it out. Okay, let's see the answer. They must have left because their car is not here. You couldn't have seen them yesterday because they are on holidays. Someone called me yesterday. It could have been my boss. Where did they go? They might have gone shopping. And finally, the last one. Amy hates bats. She couldn't have bought one. So in all sentences here, girls, you notice that we are making deductions about the past, okay? Some of them we are sure, like here, look, they must have left because their car is not here. So I can tell you, they must have left. Look, their car is not here. So I'm almost 100% sure they are not in, right? So they must have left, okay? When I'm showing that I'm not so sure, like here in letter C, I can say, someone called me yesterday. It could have been my boss. In this case here, I'm not sure. Okay, so it's possible that it was my boss. All right, the same thing here. Look, letter D. Where did they go? They might have gone shopping. So here I'm not absolutely sure. They could have gone shopping, or they could have gone some other place. We don't know, right? And then here we have in letter E and letter B, we have the idea that it's not possible for something to have happened. So I don't believe it happened, right? So look, Amy hates bats. She couldn't have bought one. So this is impossible for her to buy a bat because she hates bats. So no, she couldn't have bought one. I don't believe it. Okay? And then here in letter B, the same idea. You couldn't have seen them yesterday because they are on holidays. So no way, it's not possible. I don't believe you saw them yesterday. It wasn't them. I'm quite sure they are on holidays. Okay, so that's the idea.
Watch this video if you want to learn more about modals of deduction. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel to be up to date with my English lessons. Have a great day and I'll see you next time. Bye!
All right, people. So here, let me just minimize this and go back to our page. So look, Number 1, choose the correct phrase to complete the sentence. So let's do that. Number 1, that noise must have been the wind. No one else is here. Ooh, spooky, right? So imagine there's nobody in the house. You hear a noise. So it must have been the wind. Here, as you can see, we are using the modal of certainty. Okay, look, must. After that, we have to use the auxiliary verb have. So always like this. And after that, we use the verb in the past participle. Okay, so that is blue. Okay, so here we have, if you are absolutely sure about something, then you're going to use couldn't or must. Even must not is okay. Then we have to use have and past participle. Like here, look, that noise must have been the wind. No one else is here. Okay. Now let's see the next ones. Joe saw the aliens too. So it's a dream. So what do you think? May have been a dream or couldn't have been a dream? If you have another witness, somebody else saw the aliens too. So what is the conclusion you get? What do you say? Yes, exactly. Very good. So it must or it couldn't have been a dream. Here we have couldn't have been. It's impossible that it was a dream because Joe saw the aliens too. So they must have seen the aliens because there were more than two people there probably, right? There were witnesses. So it couldn't have been just a dream, right? So let's highlight that. Okay, couldn't, then auxiliary have, and then the past participle been. Okay, people. All right. So let's do number 3. You seen the monster. You're not scared. You seen the monster. You are not scared. Scared, guys, if you don't remember, is very afraid, right? Frightened. So you don't look scared. So I don't believe you saw the monster. Okay, so which one is the best option? Yes, very good. You must not have seen the monster. Very good, excellent. So let's highlight that. Must, auxiliary verb, have, and then the past participle seen. I also forgot here the word not. It follows the modal, right? Now let's see. All the 3 examples here, I'm showing that I'm certain about something. I'm sure it happened or it didn't happen. I'm sure about it. Now let's see number 4. Okay. I didn't see the object clearly, but it been a UFO. So here, what do you believe? What do you think? If I didn't see the object clearly, am I absolutely sure? Am I sure Yes or no? What do you think? Yes, excellent. I'm not sure because I didn't see the object clearly. So there is a doubt there, right? I'm not so certain about it. So should I use must have or could have? Very good. Could have been a UFO. So it's this one here, uncertain. Okay, so let's put here could, and then the auxiliary verb, and then the past participle. Okay, that's the best option. So I didn't see the object clearly, but it could have been a UFO. It's a hypothesis. I'm just imagining, yeah, there is a possibility. It could have been a UFO, right? Now, number 5, Sue Wei seeing the strange lights, but I'm not sure. So when I'm not sure, what do I use? Must have or might have? Exactly. Might have. Very good, girls. So might because I am uncertain. I'm not sure. So might, then the auxiliary verb have, and then finally past participle because I'm saying that I'm not sure it really happened. I'm not sure Sue actually saw the strange lights. So Sue might have seen the strange lights, but I'm not sure. All right, guys. Great. So let's move on. If you want, you can take a picture or you can print screen. All right, I'll give you a minute for you to do that. Okay, let's go. So number 2, rewrite the conversation using may, might, could, or must have. So as we know, guys, may, might, and could, they express uncertainty. So it may have happened, or it might have happened, or even it could have happened, right? So let's highlight here with the uncertainty color, okay? And here in red, something that must have happened. So that's for sure, okay? Something I know for sure because I have evidence about it or something else. So let's see the dialogue. Did you hear that someone saw a UFO in New York? Yes, I'm sure it was a hoax. So a hoax is something fake, something that is not true. So here the person says, I'm sure it was a hoax. So how can we say that? Using a modal of deduction. The situation happened in the past. So it must have been a hoax. It must have been a hoax, right? Here, I'm absolutely sure that it was totally fake, right? Nobody saw a UFO in New York. No way. Now let's see the next one. I don't know. It looked real in the picture. Um, the person says it was probably a trick photo. So how can we complete that? If I'm saying here that it was probably a trick photo, I should use a modal of uncertainty. So how can I make it? It Then we can choose. We can use could, we can use may or might. So let's use could. It could have been a trick photo, okay? Very good. It could have been a trick photo, probably, right? Now, why would they do that? Maybe they wanted to sell it to the newspapers. So here, again, I'm showing that it's a probability. I'm not 100% sure. I'm just guessing. So maybe they wanted to sell it to the newspapers. So which one should I use here? They might or may. I can use because now I used could here. Let's choose another one. So they might have wanted, okay, to sell, okay, to the newspapers. Okay, so they might have wanted to sell it to the newspapers. That's a possibility. It might have happened. Okay, girls, so here, look. All right, do you have any questions about it? Is everything okay? So good, so far so good. All right, my allergies is killing me. And when I have this kind of thing, it's hard to think straight. Okay, so everything okay? So far so good. All right. So here we have there, give your responses, your own responses to the questions in activity 2. Then practice the conversation. So let's see an example. Did you hear that someone took a picture of a UFO in New York? Oh, yes. It must have been a trick photo. Then the other person could say, I don't know. It looked real in the picture. So what do you think? I would say, oh, it must have been a hoax. For sure. That was not true, right? What would you say? Yes, that's a good one. Yes, that's sure. Yeah, that's okay. You could say, for example, oh,
Okay.
it might have been an airplane, not a UFO, right? It might have been an airplane. Okay, that's an idea. All right, guys. So the best thing to do here to practice this idea is to do some exercises. All right. So let me just zoom out of this page, clear my annotations. Okay. And let's move on to some exercises to practice. Okay. Let's go there. Just to show you that I posted some exercises for you to do on past modals of deduction. And there is also the exercise on the platform that you can also do to practice. Let's open this one if you haven't done yet, okay? This is one good idea. Look, can you see that? Can you visualize that? Yes? Great. So
Yes.
okay, so models of probability in the past, okay? Find the matching sentences below. Be careful, 5 circles don't match. So here we have a brief chart with some examples, right? And here they are showing, look, must have, I say when I'm 95% sure that something was possible, okay? So let me just maximize here. I think now it's better to see, right? So must have, 95% sure something was possible. Might have, could have, and may have, maybe. I'm not so sure. Can't have or couldn't have, just a moment. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. So here, might have, could have, and may have, maybe. So I'm not sure, all right? Can't have or couldn't have, then I need to say when I'm sure that it was not true. I'm absolutely sure that didn't happen. So 95 sure something was not possible. Okay? So let's take a look here, guys. Just a moment. Look, we have here some examples and we need to link. We took a look at that last class, but I'd like to go back to the exercise because now we have seen the grammar focus, we have seen the explanation, so you might understand it better, right? So look at the first one. I saw my friend run quickly to school. I saw my friend run quickly to school. What is the deduction that I can make here? Oh, she might have been late. All right, she might have been late. Next one. Hey, all the chocolates are gone. So which one here do you think is the best complement for this half? When I say all the chocolates are gone, so let's see something related to eating chocolate in the circles. What do you think? This one, okay. So this would be number 2, the best one. So let me just write down using this. Okay. Let's go to number 3. I think Stephen drove to work today. I think Stephen drove to work today. Let's see the one up here. There is a circle here that we can't visualize. Let's see, that one doesn't match because here I'm talking only about one person, only Steve. So let's see. Yes, exactly. No, he can't have driven. All right. So I will just link here. Look, I think it's better to link using the lines. So, all right. Connecting. Okay, I think it's better to visualize. So no, he can't have driven. For some reason, I don't know, maybe his car is at the repair shop, or maybe he doesn't really have a car, so impossible to drive to work. So no, he can't have driven. One more. The police shot a man in the bank. What can you make? What deduction can you make about it? Oh, very nice. He must have been a robber. Excellent. Next one. Where did Rob and Cam go on holiday? What do you think? Yes, they could have flown to Poland. All right, great. And finally, who broke the coffee cup yesterday? Who broke the coffee cup yesterday? Yes, here you go. Look, excellent, girls. You're great. Sarah may have dropped it. Okay, so a great idea for you guys here with this exercise is to um, do the sentences again, write the sentences again on your notebook so you can have the right sentences and then you can visualize them better, okay? Rather than just linking or connecting the sentences. So I think it's better to write the sentences again. Okay, a good idea. I will post one more exercise for you to do on the topic, but I would also like you to do the homework here on the online practice platform. So please do grammar 2 and 3, and also here, students book page 134. That will give you excellent practice. Let me just show you here the page, okay? So you have an idea what you have to do. Let's go there. Share this with you. Okay, just a second. I'm back here on our page, right? And let's go over to the grammar reference page so you know your homework activity. Okay, let me just highlight it. Okay, can you see that, girls? Yes? Okay, good. So here we have a brief explanation on the same topic, right? May, might, could, and must plus have, right? When I talk about deductions in the past. So we use may, might, could, and must plus have plus past participle to talk about degrees of certainty in the past. So here we have in the beginning, must have, almost 100% sure it was true. May, might, or could, not sure if it was true. And finally, must not have or could not have, almost 100% sure it was not true. Here they have an explanation. You should read, okay? And then do the exercise. Okay, girls. So let's just do the first one together. Actually, the first one is done, but let's do number 2 together. Just a moment, please. Okay, guys. So let's see. Number 1. There aren't any messages on my phone. I'm almost certain that he didn't call. So there aren't any messages on my phone. I'm almost sure that he didn't call. So here, what am I going to say? If I'm not 100% sure, but I'm almost sure, he couldn't have called. Okay. So number 2, that animal had a long tail. It's possible that it was a cat. So am I sure here? Am I absolutely sure? No, I'm not. Okay, so let's write here. So it might, I'm not sure. I can choose may, might, or could, right? So let's use might. It might have been a cat, all right? That's the idea. When I'm not so sure, when it's something possible, but I'm not absolutely sure, I use may, might, or could. So I could say here, it may have been a cat. It's also okay to do that, right? Let me put here. It may have been a cat, or I can also say here, it could have been a cat. All the 3 options are correct, okay? So It might have been a cat, it may have been a cat, or it could have been a cat. All the situations here are showing that I'm not sure. I'm just imagining, just guessing what could have happened. All right, people. So do the exercises here, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. The same idea, okay? Choose the best modal verb to complete and we correct next class. All right? Any questions? No? Is everything okay? All right. Let me clear my annotations here. All right. And let's go back to our page on Google Classroom here. All right, people, so that's the homework for today. So just before we go, let's take a picture. Okay. Let me change here. All right, girls, let's take a picture using the gallery view. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay, picture taken. Thank you very much, girls, for coming. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah, I need to talk to you, okay? I'll send you a message afterwards. Thank you, Nayara. Thank you, Jayane. See you next class. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye, girls. Take care.